Here's what is actually happening in 2026. n8n, they just closed a $180 million Series C at a $2.5 billion valuation with over 200,000 active users and $40 million in annual revenue. Meanwhile, Claude just hit $1.1 billion in annualized revenue in just over a year, and they are seeing millions of daily installs that keep climbing exponentially. So both platforms, they are exploding, both solve automation, but both solve it completely differently. So today I'm gonna be breaking down all three approaches, including n8n's visual workflow builder, Claude's autonomous agent, and AI-powered IDEs, just like Cursor and Anti-Gravity. I'll also be showing you what each one actually dominates at, where they fall short and fall flat, and most importantly, how to know which tools to reach for based on what you're actually trying to be building. So by the end of this video, you will know exactly where to invest your time in 2026, and trust me, the answer is not what most people think. But one quick caveat before we actually get into this is that nothing is guaranteed from this. Tools change incredibly fast from what we've seen. The best stack in 2 months might look totally different. So I'm not here to tell you a forever answer. I'm just here to show you what is actually working right now, why it's working, and how to build the best judgments to adapt when the tools actually start shifting again. And they're already shifting now. But first, let's just get clear on what we're actually comparing here, because these tools are fundamentally different animals. So n8n, if you are not familiar already, this is just a visual workflow automation platform. So you can think of it as just a simple drag and drop nodes on a simple canvas where they have over hundreds of different pre-built integrations. They have self-hostable options that are all enterprise ready. Now you're orchestrating services and APIs all without having to write code, or at least minimal code. Now it is positioned as the backend for the internal corporate AI tools, and with over 3,000 plus enterprise customers, all including things like Vodafone, Delivery Hero, Microsoft, and they're proving that model actually works. Claude, this is Anthropic's autonomous coding agent that just lives inside of your terminal, or IDE like Anti-Gravity or even Cursor. So this isn't autocomplete. This is an AI that is actually reading your entire code base. It is planning multi-file changes, executing them, and iterates from there. Now it's currently having its ChatGPT moment where it's just daily installs are jumping from 17 million to 29 million in just weeks. Now, Microsoft engineers, they're using it internally. And one Google principal engineer, he publicly stated that Claude reproduced over a year of architectural work in just 1 hour. Now that is the kind of velocity that we are talking about. And then you have your AI-powered IDEs. So these are different platforms like Cursor, Anti-Gravity, Windsurf, VS Code, where you just scribe what you want and AI builds it. Now these are different from Claude because they are visual interfaces with actual chat windows, live previews, and design models. And you can even drag in screenshots and say, hey, build this out, and it just works for you. It'll start building it out. So there's no terminal required. But with this, here's what's actually changed in 2026. So the workflow automation market has just hit $195 billion, and a 75% of n8n customers, they're now actively using AI features. So this is up from literally zero in 2022. Now at the same time, 42% to 68% of developers, they are using Claude or Claude Code in their daily workflow. So the shift isn't should we automate anymore. It's becoming how should we actually automate and which tool should we be using now. So let's just zoom out and tell you what we're actually doing day to day, because this matters more than whatever hot take is actually trending on the internet or on YouTube this week. So we personally, we still use n8n in our agency. We did not scrap it. It's still a big part of our engagements because it is the fastest way to ship reliably. So the orchestration, the connections, the apps, the moving data, even handling triggers and approvals and making workflows generally that clients and teams can actually understand as well. But if I'm being honest, Claude Code, it is doing the majority of the heavy lifting for us, at least as of right now in 2026. So we use it to generate the core logic, build the agents, create robust scripts, and even spin up n8n workflows faster, because we can specify what we want, have it produce the workflow structure, and then all we have to do is just publish and productionize it inside of n8n when that makes sense. And sometimes we do not even deploy inside of n8n. We will just build the agents in code and host them inside of our execution platforms like any VPS. And we really just need more performance or better file handling or more custom behaviors. So the point isn't n8n versus Claude Code. The point is n8n is still our orchestration layer, and Claude Code is increasingly our build layer. So that hybrid is what is actually working and what we found to be the best combination. So yes, you should be learning n8n. Now we're going to be jumping into the deep dive section of this video, and we're going to be starting with n8n and diving into everything that this is, what is it about, and why you may need to be using it. So this is still going to be the fastest way to go from zero to having a working automation set up inside of your business or for a business. So n8n, it dominates 4 specific scenarios. So first, it is integration heavy internal automation. So when you need to connect Slack to Google Sheets, to Notion, to your CRM, n8n, they have over 500 pre-built nodes. So you're not rebuilding any OAuth flows from scratch. You're just dragging nodes and you are filing in your credentials. It's as simple as that. So your setup time for all of these automations or even doing these processes, it goes from hours or even days, 2 minutes inside of n8n. Second is the cross-functional team collaboration. So any non-technical team members, they can actually understand visual workflows. It's very easy to put everything together. So you can open up an n8n workflow, you can see exactly what's happening node by node, and you can modify it without having to touch any of the code. So this is going to matter when you are working with marketing teams or maybe sales operations or anyone who doesn't live in VS Code. And when something actually breaks, just visual debugging is way faster than parsing through log files. Number 3 is the rapid prototyping validation. So you have over 6,000 community templates that you can clone and actually modify. So if you need a proof of concept in hours, instead of having to wait a few days or even weeks, use n8n. You can test your idea, you can validate it if it works, and then decide if it needs to move to production. Now, multiple other people I know in this space, they use the same exact methodology where they build it inside of n8n just to validate, then they move it to Python or anything else if the scale actually demands it. Fourth is the AI agent orchestration. So this is n8n's big push for 2026. So they have added 70 plus AI specific nodes for LLMs, including embeddings, vector databases, RAG pipelines, and some more. Now, you can build multi-step AI workflows with human-in-the-loop approval for maybe compliance reasons, all done visually. And 75% of their customers, they're actively using these AI features right now. So it's not necessarily dying. Now, this is where n8n actually hits some walls. That is its performance ceiling. So with this visual tool overhead, you never get the raw speed that you will get from optimized code. So for instance, if you need to run 5 sub-agents in true parallel, now this is very rare and you probably will never run into an instance where you have to be using something as specific as this or running something specific as this, but it is worth noting. In addition to that, Python can handle the same workflow 3 to 5 times faster in testing. Next is its lack of large file processing. So n8n, it chokes on files any size over 20 megabytes. So if you are building RAG pipelines with big PDFs or just doing serious data science work, you will hit node buffering limitations very fast. Next up is its integration box. So even with over 500 integrations, you are limited to what n8n provides. So for example, Google Drive integration cannot watch for any file deletions. You have to work around it with their HTTP nodes, and at that point, you're basically just coding anyway, or at least getting close to it. And version control. Things get a little messy with this as well. So n8n workflows, they export as JSON. Now JSON, it is painful to read in Git or wherever you're reading it. So it's hard to see what changed, it is hard to revert, and it's just awkward for team collaboration. So my honest assessment with all of this, n8n, it is certainly not dying. They just raised a $2.5 billion valuation with a 5x revenue growth. They are going to be fine. They are positioning as the backend for corporate AI tools, and they're winning at that, to be quite frank, but it's not the right tool for everything. Now let's jump into Claude Code. And this is where things get pretty interesting because this tool is having its moment right now. Claude Code, they just hit $1.1 billion in ARR by the end of 2025 and just over a year after their launch. Now that is 12% of Anthropic's total $9 billion ARR. Now daily installs, it went from, as I mentioned earlier, about 17 million to 29 million in just weeks. Now 58% of surveyed professional developers, they are using it. This is not simply hype, we use it ourselves. This is quite literally just adoption at scale. Now this is what makes Claude Code extremely powerful. You can literally describe any automation you want and Claude Code will build it from scratch in minutes. So if you want a content generation workflow that takes a PDF and then runs it through AI agents and outputs 7 different pieces of content pieces, well, you just describe it. You have to be specific, but you describe it. Now Claude, it will build the entire system. So it will read the files, it will process them, it will handle the AI calls, even manage the output. Now you can even connect Claude Code to n8n's MCP server, which just lets Claude understand n8n nodes, even its configurations and all of its templates. So it can build n8n workflows for you. That is what we use Claude Code a lot for. So you could also just skip n8n entirely and have Claude create pure Python scripts, all optimized exactly for your use case. So the choice is going to be yours, but either way, you're going from idea to working automation faster than ever before. Now, where Claude Code actually dominates is its complex code base work. So it understands entire repositories, not just single files. Now, additional to all of that is its autonomous development velocity. So teams, they're reporting 2 to 10 times faster development speed. Academic research shows that 26 to 55% productivity improvements, with experienced developers seeing the largest gains because they know exactly what to ask for. And I do not have a hard time believing this because what it does for our team, it is nothing short of incredible. It handles most tests without any hand-holding. It iterates on its own work when something just doesn't compile properly, and it dramatically reduces the feedback loops that normally slow down development. Now, beyond that is its production grade performance. So you have true parallel execution instead of n8n's. What they have is sequential processing. So you're getting token streaming for real-time feedback so you can watch anything progress. Now there is also zero visual tool overhead. So this just means that your code, it runs at maximum efficiency. So it's going to be optimized exactly for your use case without any framework bloat. And also you can get access to cutting edge tools. So if you want docling for advanced PDF processing or crawl for AI for intelligent web scraping or graffiti for data extraction, you can just use pip install and start using it. So you're not waiting for n8n to add an integration or build a custom HTTP node, which is kind of a bitch to do sometimes. Now you've got the entire Python and the JavaScript ecosystem as well. So you've got hundreds of thousands of packages all available to you immediately. Now, with all that being said, there is some limitations to using Claude Code and where it does fall short in some regards. So that is its deployment and maintenance complexity. So building the automation, it is very fast, it's incredible, but then you can ask, okay, like how do I run this on a schedule? How do I set up any webhooks or cron nodes? Well, in that case, it is not as obvious as just publishing an n8n. You need to understand those cron nodes. You need to understand system timers or cloud schedulers. So setting up webhooks, it requires configuring servers, handling post requests, managing authentication. So maintaining code over time, it means you're responsible for any updates, even dependencies, and the security patches. And the execution logs, they're just text files instead of visual node by node breakdowns, which makes debugging it less intuitive. So it isn't the most complex thing in the world to set up and have things go live, but it is more complicated than using n8n. Now beyond that, the cost structure. So Claude Pro is $20 a month for casual usage, but any real user of Claude Code, they have to be using the $100 to $200 per month plan. So API costs, they really rack up quickly. So if you're running high volume workflows, I mean, a workflow processing 10,000 documents a month could cost over $500 just in API fees, whereas n8n charges a flat rate regardless of the execution volume. Beyond that, the vibe coding security risk. It is very important to discuss this. This is very real. So AI, it does generate code that looks right and passes any basic test, but it might have some subtle vulnerabilities. So there was a documented incident where AI generated code, it led to a server compromise within 1 week of deployment because it didn't properly sanitize the user inputs. So you need real security knowledge to review code properly and catch these issues. But any battle-tested n8n nodes, they have been hardened by thousands of users finding edge cases. So your fresh AI-generated code, it simply hasn't. Now let's talk a little bit about AI-powered IDEs like Cursor, Antigravity, Windsurf, VS Code, because these are actually different from Claude Code and they solve a specific problem. So these tools, they are just specific visual interfaces where you can describe what you want, paste in screenshots for any inspiration, maybe drop in some component code and the AI builds the application for you. So you are not in a terminal, you're just in a chat window with a live preview. But with that being said, Claude Code lives inside of these IDEs. So Cursor, it supports Claude. Antigravity, it also does. I mean, all these IDEs, it is just VS Code. What I mean by that is VS Code is the foundational layer. So Cursor, Antigravity, they have built on top of VS Code. So they're all just variations of it. In VS Code, it offers Claude Code, which means that Cursor, Antigravity, Windsurf also does as well. So the meta, if you will, is using Claude Code inside one of these IDEs because these IDEs are incredibly powerful, make it very easy to use all of these tools where you don't have to use Claude Code in a terminal or anything like that. There's not much more to discuss with these IDEs because, I mean, we're just using Claude Code inside of these IDEs. I don't really recommend utilizing their actual native features, their native chats, because you will run up your limits. I would just recommend getting a high tier on Claude, either going with the $100, $200 per month. And then with that, you will not need to buy a $60 or $100 or $200 per month plan with Cursor or Anti-Gravity. It's just not going to be worth it if you plan to be using Claude Code, which I highly recommend. Now, with all this being said, if you are newer, you do not know n8n, I highly recommend to start there. So just build 10 real workflows and get quick wins. You will cover a huge chunk of automation, even use cases, and you'll learn how systems actually connect, and you will build confidence very fast. And then you can just bring in Claude Code as a multiplier and a teacher. So you could rebuild a couple different workflows that you had already made inside of n8n, but in code. So you could ask it like, why did you do it in that way? And you can compare these approaches. So that is how you build taste. And taste is what keeps you from getting trapped in shiny object hell. And with that being said, you do not need to learn code. Honestly, it is probably just going to be redundant. At least that is what I believe. I do not think you're going to need to learn how to code. AI is going to be doing everything, reading everything for you. So let AI handle that piece. And yes, I would recommend to explore new tools, but do not fall into this mindset of I'm behind unless I'm using the newest thing, the newest shiny tool, or just getting distracted by all those new shiny tools. If what you're using right now is working and you're shipping, you are winning. And beyond that, look towards using this hybrid approach that I mentioned. So use n8n for any orchestration and service integrations because it is fast. And then use Claude Code or any IDEs for any heavy processing and large files and custom logic where you need performance. And then you can just deploy them together. So with this, you are getting fast development from n8n, high performance where needed from Python, and visual debugging for orchestration, and team members can actually work in their comfort zones. But with all that being said, I hope that's cleared up a few things. n8n's not dying, it's going to be around. I would recommend to continue learning it, but if you guys want to see more content like this, let me know down below in the comments section. Interested to see your guys' thoughts and what your takes are on all these different things. But if you're a business owner looking to implement AI solutions in 2026 and take your company to the next level, then check out the link down below in the description to book in a call with our team. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.